in India were terrified that I would be next. And so many of you were sure I was already next. And then to top it all off, someone tried to dox me. All because I make really funny jokes about politics. So I had to leave the US and move back to India. For this, I need chai. So since January, I have been posting comedy videos on my Instagram, showing my views on American politics as an immigrant living in New York City. I loved it. You loved it. We built something here. Over 100,000 of you follow me, laugh with me, and sometimes send me sweet messages. Newton was right because as the love grew, so did the hate. I started getting threats, racist, scary ones. Threats that they have reported me to ICE. People kept tagging ICE in my videos and kept commenting, deport, deport, deport. I even got physically threatened. I am many things, talented, funny, but also an easy target. I am 4'11, brown, a woman immigrant who will not shut up if something is wrong. And something is very wrong right now. I am everything Republicans hate in an easily kidnappable size. The type that ends up in the White House Twitter profile with the hashtag ASMR. And even though I was there legally on an artist visa, the folks threatening me did not see beyond the fact that I looked not white. And the accent and the fact that I kept bringing up the Epstein files probably didn't help either. I started picking people up indiscriminately, rounding them up in vans, not showing ID. And online trolls started feeling like they had someone listening. So yeah, I wondered if I would be next. My parents in India were terrified that I would be next. And so many of you were sure I was already next because I had to go underground for 2 months while I was dealing with all of this and making this decision. And thank you, seriously, for all of these lovely messages that you guys sent me because they helped during a really tough time for me. Thank you. And then to top it all off, someone tried to dox me. A lot of my private details were released in public, all because I make really funny jokes about politics. The government stopped a Norwegian guy for one JD Vance meme. Because of my writer Nathan and because of my absolute inability to delete funny memes, I have hundreds. I was screwed. So yeah, it was time to leave. Because every time I would be on the streets and a policeman would go by, my heart would start beating fast. If there was a weird knock at night, I would think it's ICE trying to break down my door. The nervous system of minority looking immigrants, legal or illegal, is shot. Absolutely shot. I spent 8 years in India building a resume strong enough that I could come here with a visa that says, I am welcome. And I was successful. I built a community of loving people. I had a lot of prospects and shows coming up. A producer was going to put up me and my writing partner's work right now in November in New York City. But I had to leave. And it really, really sucks that now all of this is over. No more roads that smell confusingly like piss and weed at the same time. No more people just assuming I'm Hispanic and speaking to me in Spanish. ¿Dónde está la biblioteca? And no more musical theater. Sucks. But somehow there's something inside me that feels like maybe it's okay to leave right now because the America I loved and spent so many years getting to the right way does not exist anymore. There's just two things that made America truly great, truly different than the rest. And they were freedom of speech and due process for everyone. And both are gone now. Let's start with freedom of speech. Isn't that supposed to be the whole point of the place? Land of the free? And yet, the minute an immigrant dares to speak up about anything political, or the Middle East, or even the assassination of Charlie Kirk, they're not debated, no. They are doxxed, detained, and disappeared. It's like the worst opening of Six the Musical ever. And it's not just immigrants. American citizens themselves are being picked up for posting the wrong thing online. Just look at the number of American citizens who were fully doxxed and lost their jobs because they posted about Charlie Kirk, not celebratory in nature, just posted about it. And now TikTok's future CEO talk, Barron Trump is being promoted and touted for a top role at TikTok, a platform that needs to be free media. And my Stephen uncle, Stephen uncle, being thrown off air. Jimmy Kimmel being removed. Even Ted Cruz, or Guy remembering last minute that he must keep that fist shut, says that this is setting a dangerous precedent. So congratulations, USA. You have finally joined the rest of us. Welcome to the club of countries that don't really believe in free speech anymore. And now the second one, due process. Oh, you'll have your rights. You'll have your day in court. You won't just vanish. That's all gone too. White House Deputy Chief of Staff Stephen Miller recently told ICE agents
To all ICE officers, you have federal immunity in the conduct of your duties. And anybody who lays a hand on you, or tries to stop you, or tries to obstruct you, is committing a felony.
legal experts say that the immunity is not absolute, but what matters more is the message. And that was loud and clear. The Constitution guarantees due process for all people. People, not citizens. It started with immigrants, but mark my words, this will not end with immigrants. If armed men can just take you with no reason, with no recourse, then how is America different from any war torn state run by militia? Judges are being attacked, the houses are being set on fire, and as early as February, J.D. Vance had said that judges have no right to restrain the president's agenda. Folks are getting profiled and arrested on the whims of Chad, Brad, and Thad, who are now getting paid to do what they would have gladly done for free. And that's why I came back. And I'm so lucky I got to choose to come back to a place where I am safe and loved. Asylum seekers and refugees can't do that. And despite having the right paperwork filed, having come under the right circumstances under Biden, are being deported to random countries. Things that made America America don't exist anymore. And this Project 2025 version of the country is really going to cost them more than they can grasp right now. I have big plans. And trust me, just because I'm back in India does not mean that Usha Vance is going to be the only Indian woman bad mouthing the vice president. I have ideas for YouTube, I have ideas for musical theatre. I won't let a few weirdos that worship a failed businessman ruin my dreams. And when America finally remembers what truly made it great and comes back to its senses, I'll just be one plane ride away.